The next recipient of a national championship in college football 26 is going to be a pretty sneaky, underrated fun one, the Boise State Broncos. Head coached by Spencer Danielson, a B+ prestige, and man, I don't have to tell you very much about the history of this program in the last 20 years. A tremendous model of consistency, and I will say a team that tends to do well in the sim and dynasty. So I'm pretty interested to see how this goes with Boise State. Again, it's a pretty good roster. You see 390 overalls. Cage Casey was a draft pick. You see a bunch of 80s, a high concentration of 75 pluses. So this is a roster that I think I can trust to kind of get the job done through the sim. We're going to move ahead into the first half, into the first couple of weeks before we eventually just take it all the way. We're gonna go all the way to week 11. We are gonna start 9-0, the 17th ranked team in the country. So that includes a win over Notre Dame, as you can see. So man, we are really putting together a tremendous season. We might get this done in year one. I don't know. We're gonna see what happens. But 9-0 to start. We would take it all the way to the Mountain West Conference Championship game against Colorado State. Now, being that we're ranked 21st, there's a loss in there somewhere. I'm going to assume we beat Fresno State, we would beat San Diego State, and look at who we would lose to. Interestingly enough, the Colorado State Rams. So that's going to be a lot of fun. We are going to want to get our revenge, but we're going to have to do it through the sim because we're going to advance to the bowl games and we're going to make the CFB. So we're obviously going to have beaten Colorado State in the Mountain West Conference Championship game. 12th ranked Boise State taking on the 5th ranked Indiana Hoosiers, and boy did we beat Colorado State. We spanked them 52-17, a 24-point second quarter and a 14-point third quarter. So holy cow, well, that was crazy. So we were able to get it done. We're gonna do the same thing, kind of see what happens. Take it week by week, maybe we'll kind of see, but we're not gonna beat India, unfortunately. But it would be close. I mean, we put together some great second and third quarters, but it's just the fourth quarters what did us in. Unfortunately, we held that lead. But hey, 12-2. In the first season, going to finish ranked 21st in the country. So, man, it's really hard to be upset about that because we did it all through the sim. And Maddox Madsen, our star quarterback, 4,000 passing yards, 38 touchdowns, and he's got an extra year left. We got to be able to keep him. Malik Sherrod went for 1,300 yards on the ground. Now, he's a senior, so we are going to miss him, unfortunately. The same with Latrell Cables, 1,200 receiving yards. We did have another receiver exceeding 900 yards. So, we were doing some things through the air. Obviously, you can see the offensive attack. You can see the defensive attack, and this is a multi-category defensive effort, man. This defensive personnel was really, really talented. Even though we were 79s across the board, I mean, we still held our own more often than not, including racking up a ton of sacks and a ton of interceptions. So, man, just across the board, great performance. Didn't turn over very much. Turnover margin was really, really good, you know, enough to kind of win you a lot of games. And we do have a lot of guys that want to leave, kind of surprisingly, but we have all 10 persuasion chances. We have everyone that's extremely high in terms of persuasion chance. So we're going to have an opportunity here, no doubt about it, and we're going to start 2 for 2. Max Steege, he wants to stay. Recruited Max when we were at the University of Houston. I really shouldn't be too surprised that a lot of these guys want to stay because Boise doesn't have a lot of guys that transfer. They have a really good culture, do a great job of taking care of guys financially, NIL, you know, as much as they can, being that they are a group of 6 program. But in recruiting, not our best efforts. Now, I will say, to offset that, they were all 4 and 3 stars. I mean, we signed a 4-star at Boise State. We'll kind of take that again. We had a smaller class because we had so many players coming back. You can see the roster took a little bit of a step in some areas, but I really like where it's at. So we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna put it to the test through the sim, move ahead through the season to see what this roster can do, see if we can really kind of push the boundaries of the sim and really, you know, 2 years in, not have to play a game. See how far we can get before we have to play our first game. And would you look at that, a 12-0 regular season, undefeated through the sim, the 10th ranked team in the country. Our overalls have taken a step up. We're gonna get another chance at the Mountain West Conference Championship game. Could not have asked for a better start through these first 2 seasons, going 23-1 in the regular season over the last 2 seasons. So we're gonna have another opportunity, and it's Colorado State in the Mountain West Conference Championship game. And look at what we did to Hawaii, man. 70-10, 600 yards of total offense, just insane numbers. So we're gonna do it. We're gonna hop into this game against Colorado State, try to secure the Mountain West Conference, and we're gonna do just that. 24-6, a convincing win to get to 13-0 and a definite spot in the college football playoff. And man, getting quarterback Maddox Madsen back was huge because look at what he's done. The new single season passing touchdowns record. It was an awesome opportunity to have him come back, quarterback this team to another CFP appearance. And look at Austin Terry. Same thing, had to convince him to come back. The John Mackey Award, 63 catches, 10 touchdowns. But our reward is taking on Penn State. I think I've seen this game somewhere before. Hopefully this one goes a little bit better for us than the last time it did, even though this time we actually have to go on the road to Happy Valley. It's not a neutral site, so it's going to be even tougher. But hey, this is a great team. I like our opportunity. I like our chances here. They're not going to back down from anyone. This is a really cool Penn State entrance too. I have to admit, you know, RIP James Franklin's Penn State coaching career, unfortunately. But hey, we're going to have an opportunity here to really do something great for this program, great for the school. So let's hop into it. Let's see if we can take down the number 7 ranked 10-2 Penn State Nittany Lions. And yeah, we're gonna do just that. 24-8, a convincing win on the road, no less, in Happy Valley. So man, what a tremendous start to this second year, keeping it alive and 14-0. And on the receiving end of those Maddox Madsen passing attempts is his twin, apparently, Chase Henry, who has the new single season receptions record with one more game left to play, maybe more, we'll see. It's gonna be an orange and blue affair in the Peach Bowl, as we're gonna have to take on the number 2 ranked Florida Gators. So of course it's never gonna get any easier as Boise State just in the CFP, where we're down 3, but only 3, right? And it's in the first half. We're gonna give it to our back, Sire Gaines. I think that Izzy's gonna make a great run, make a guy miss, get a first down, and now we're looking to get some points before this half is over, and we are going to do just that. What a run. He dives in, helicopters, breaks the plane, and now we have the lead and an opportunity to extend it. We're gonna give it to our back again. He's gonna make a cut right into his own blocker, and again, like we said, extend this lead over the Gators, and that is gonna be enough to put them away in the Peach Bowl. A crazy run. Our defense would shore up, get the job done, and find a way to move Boise State on to the next round. And look, our star quarterback Maddox Madsen, he is not done yet, setting a new single season passing yards record with one more game, maybe even more to go. And that's gonna bring us to the Sugar Bowl against a pretty interesting opponent, the Iowa State Cyclones. You usually don't see them, at least this far into the bracket, into the college football playoffs. So I'm interested to see how this one goes. I do think we're gonna stack up pretty well, at least better than we would against maybe like a Georgia and Ohio State or something like that. But they are the number 3 team in the country, 14-0, 29-0 combined record between these two teams. And look at how we are gonna start this game. We're gonna return the kickoff for an opening touchdown. We're gonna break a tackle, make a guy miss. It's certainly not gonna go without some effort. So man, we are gonna open this game off with a bang, an exclamation mark. What a kick return. One of the kick returns I've had to fight the most for. And look, we've got an ESPN instant classic brewing, up by 3 in the third quarter, 3rd and 7. We've got to get off the field, get a stop. He had his guy at the first down marker. We get the sack, put together a great drive, throw it to the tight end to close out the third quarter and extend our lead. So now we just need the defense to continue doing their thing to really close out this game and advance to the national championship. Now they would give up a score, but we're still up 3. We've put together a great drive. We're gonna hand it to our back, who's gonna fight his way into the end zone to break a tackle. A huge statement run. I think that's gonna be enough here with under a minute left. 4th and 2, there's just not enough time. We're gonna get the sack anyway, and that is gonna do it for us in Iowa State. Now we're moving on to the national championship. And after rewriting the Boise State record book, Maddox Madsen has a new conference record for the most passing touchdowns in a single season with one more game left to go. And not just any game, of course, it's the national championship game against the Tennessee Volunteers, a pretty common opponent here in the college football playoff. The later you get, the longer you go into the CFP. Hardly uncommon to see Tennessee. So we know this is gonna be a tough one. They're gonna have great offense. They're obviously gonna have pretty much superior personnel. We're gonna have our work cut out for us. No doubt about it. They are even as the 12th seed. That's crazy. So it's a 10-12 national championship game. But look at what's going to happen on the opening kickoff to start the game. We're going to make some guys miss, put together a cut, freeze them, hesitate them, and now we're going to open the game, start the game, the national championship game with a huge kickoff return touchdown, a huge momentum switch. I mean, the kick returns have been insane in this game. And with a start like that, I'm confident that we can beat them in the sim. We're not going to have to jump in and play very much, and we're going to do just that. We're going to sim our way to the national championship as the national champions. That is just an insane run. I mean, so much of this game, so much of it was the sim. Of course, I decided to hop in and play during the CFP. I wanted to play as many games as I could, kind of put my skills to the test. And look at that. It's going to bring the national championship home to Boise. And Chase Penry, he would keep his run going as the new single season receiving yards record holder. And this bracket was definitely more chaotic than the ones in years past. Ones that you normally see with all 3 double-digit seeds winning. Of course, ourselves and Tennessee made it all the way to the Natty. So this was a ton of fun, a pretty exciting bracket, even with some of your standard teams in there. And this right here is a direct reflection of keeping your best players, keeping your star quarterback for one, a receiver like Penry, a ton of running backs, just a ton of good players, keeping them in the program. 17-0 after consecutive 12-2 seasons. We talked about Madsen, almost 5,000 passing yards. Look at the touchdown interception ratio too. That was just insane. It was awesome getting him back. Sire Gaines did his thing with 1,400 rushing yards. Penry had an insane year, 3 1,000-yard receivers. Terry, our stud tight end, he had 700 yards. Jaden Virgin Morgan, who is a really good player in real life, he did his thing in the backfield. Demetrius Freeney with 3 interceptions, and the offense was rolling the most passing touchdowns in the entire country. Some of the most rushing touchdowns in the entire country as well. We saw the points that we were scoring. Of course, the defense defense was getting it done. That allowed the second fewest points per game in the entire country. Of course, we're going to be top 5, top 10, it feels like, in pretty much all of these defensive categories. We know how good that defense was. I think just in general, defense does really well through the sim, it seems like. That's one thing I'm picking up early on in this Dynasty project. But, man, across the board, sacks, yards, we were getting after it. And that's going to bring Spencer Danielson's record at Boise State to 44-5. Just an astounding mark. 7-1 versus rivals. A 7-4 record against top 25 teams. That's also very, very impressive, given that it's a Group of 6 program. An okay bowl record, but hey, listen, the 2026 national champions, the Boise State Broncos.